Alright guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the Daytona. Started burning a little oil on the way home from the annual convention, so we're going to take you guys through the process here and try and find out what's wrong.
Alright, we know we're going to be working up to a compression test, but I still like to check to see how much oil we have in the car, and it looks like it's a normal amount because we just put another quart in right before we got back home. And next thing we're going to do is pull out the spark plugs and inspect them. You want to have a look at them, see if there's a ton of oil deposits. If you're really burning a lot of oil, cracked piston or something, you will just have black, sooty, like wet oil all over it. This was the number 4 plug, and it was the worst out of all 4 of them. Definitely looks like there was maybe some detonation. Maybe the car was running lean in that cylinder. We don't know yet, so let's go ahead and fire up the compression gauge. First, you need to remove any hose going to the throttle body, and you need to make sure that when you are cranking the engine over to generate the pressure for the compression gauge there, that you've got the throttle wide open. You want no restrictions between the throttle body and the intake valve, basically. You want the car wide open throttle and nothing in between. No air filter. You don't want to be sucking through a turbo or an intercooler or anything else. I also make sure to disconnect the Hall effect pickup on these old cars. This will stop you from spraying fuel while you're cranking. I know modern cars, you press the gas pedal all the way down and that stops it. With the Hall effect pickup disconnected, hook up the line for your pressure gauge. It'll thread right in to the cylinder. Of course, you want to make sure that you have the hose going as straight down as possible so you don't cross thread anything. Give it a good seal. There are just a couple rubber O-rings on there that make the seal, so just tighten down the hose. Nothing crazy, but good enough. And then hook your pressure gauge up to it like you would anything else. Crank the car over for a few seconds. Generally speaking, it'll take a few cycles of the cam running through the all the valve events, etc., in order to get the full reading. Alright, cylinders 1, 2, and 3 were all pretty good. They were about 150 psi, which for these engines is pretty exceptional. This cylinder right here, though, was less than 60. That is not good for business. Could be some cracked ring lands, something like that. We're not getting full compression. It's going to require further investigation, and we will know exactly what's going on with this engine very shortly.